Good morning, everyone. This is Pranav from 21st Century Educational Society. So, today we'll be discussing August 2023 current affairs from Group 1 APPSC and Group 2 perspective for the examinations, which is going to be held in February and March month. So, before this month, there are a number of months current affairs which are already uploaded in our YouTube channel. So, I would please request you to watch those YouTube videos and get to this August month current affairs. So August month we will be seeing it in two parts, part 1 and 2, and part 1 will be covering approximately 13 current affairs article which are of high importance in nature for examination perspective. So the first page of this particular document covers your index in which 13 articles are mentioned. So you will have a brief idea of what are all the topics which we are going to discuss right now. Okay, so the first topic for the day is Prime Minister Narendra Modi was recently conferred with the title or with the award called as the Lokmanya Tilak National Award. Okay, the name of the award is Lokmanya Tilak National Award in Pune. Okay, so few things which we will be focusing in this particular article is since when this particular award is being initiated. This is first point. Second point is which is the organization which is giving this award, and the third point is who Lokmanya Tilak is and for what reason this particular award is given on his name. So these will be the focus in this particular topic. Okay, so the award was first actually initiated in the year 1983. Okay, in the year 1983, and the organization or the trust which is issuing this award is Tilak Samarak Mandir Trust. Okay, the name of the trust is Tilak Samarak Mandir Trust. Okay, this award is given to persons, people every single year on August 1st, on 1st of August. Okay, because this particular day marks the death anniversary of our Balagangadhar Tilak, okay, who was one of our renowned freedom fighters. We will be seeing a brief details about the birth and the life of Lokmanya Tilak, his contributions to national freedom movement, might as well the educational associations in which he started or the political organizations which he was part of. Okay, so please be patient to listen to the lecture. So this award, as I told you already, it is given every year on the first day of August, as that particular day marks the death anniversary of your Lokmanya Tilak. Okay, so Balagangadhar Tilak is also famously called as your Lokmanya Tilak. He was one of a most prominent Indian nationalist and a freedom fighter. That part we will be knowing. Okay, and he was also part of one movement called as the Home Rule movement in India. Home Rule movement in India, in which his prime objective was Swaraj or self-rule. During the period of 1916, Balagangadhar Tilak, along with Annie Besant, will be part of one movement called as Home Rule movement. In our history lectures, we will be reading about it. Okay, so Balagangadhar Tilak is also known for giving his famous slogan of Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Okay, so by the time he was born as Keshav Gangadhar Tilak, and his followers actually gave him the title of Lokmanya, and since then onwards, he is called as Lokmanya Tilak. Okay, so this particular paragraph gives us some basic data about Balagangadhar Tilak. So he was born on the year of 1856 on July 23rd, and as we know, August 1st marks the death anniversary of our Balagangadhar Tilak. So his birthplace is at Ratnagiri in Maharashtra state of India. And there is a few information given about him that he is a scholar, mathematician, philosopher, and etc. Okay, so British government, like Indians, we call Balagangadhar Tilak as Lokmanya. British government also termed him with this one famous connotation called as father of Indian unrest. Okay, or Balagangadhar Tilak. So this becomes important in our prelims point. Lokmanya Tilak is also called as the father of Indian unrest, by whom British government called him so. Okay, so in this particular tabular column, we will be looking at what are all the educational institutions which are Balagangadhar Tilak established and for what purpose, and what are all the organizations or political organizations which Balagangadhar Tilak was part of, and what were all the socio-religious or social reforms which Balagangadhar Tilak initiated. Okay, so he was forward thinking in nature, and he believed in the power of education, for which he established this Deccan Education Society at Pune in the year 1884. So Balagangadhar Tilak established one organization for education called as Deccan Education Society at Pune in 1884. Might as well, he also founded the famous Ferguson College and the New English School in Maharashtra. Okay, so Deccan Education Society, Ferguson College, and New English School. In that Ferguson College, Tilak also taught mathematics. Okay, he was also teaching mathematics. Tilak is known for his famous two works. One is Kesari and the other is Maratha. So, two famous newspapers. One Kesari newspaper. Kesari newspaper was in Marathi language. Okay, Kesari newspaper was in Marathi language. Please do not interchange Kesari in Marathi language and Maratha magazine in English language. Okay, Maratha magazine in English language. So some of the other notable literary works of our Balagangadhar Tilak is he also wrote a book called as The Arctic Home in the Vedas. So there are many theories for the invasion of Aryans to India. Few people say that they are the native people of the land. They did not come from anywhere else. They were not migrants. This is one theory. One another sections of historians say that the Aryans are actually the migrants from steppe grasslands. Okay, so there is one another theory which states that Aryans actually came from Aryans actually came from Arctic region, and Balagangadhar Tilak is the one who came up with this theory of Arctic home in the Vedas. And also he wrote one another book called as the Srimad Bhagavad Gita Rahasya. Okay, the name of the book is Srimad Bhagavad Gita Rahasya, in which he gave his interpretation of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, in which he gave his own interpretation of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so apart from that, we will see few organizations which he was part of. Okay, first he joined the Indian National Congress. The name of the party is Indian National Congress in the year 1890. For your information, Indian National Congress is right now an all India party, which is our Congress party. It was established for the first time in the year 1885 with guidance of one British national called as Alan Octavian Hume. Okay, so the second organization which he was part of is he also played a significant role in the establishment of All India Home Rule League in the year 1916. All India Home Rule League in the year 1916. So he will be part of this home rule movement in a few places. For example, in the state of Maharashtra, in the state of Karnataka, in Central Province, and in a region called as Berar. In these areas alone, Balagangadhar Tilak will be part of. And in the rest of the country, one foreign woman called as the Annie Besant, she will be part of Home Rule League movement in the rest of the country. So that is what this particular point it tells you about. So Tilak started his Home Rule League in Maharashtra, Central Province, and in the Berar region along with Karnataka. Okay. So apart from these areas, Annie Besant undertook the home rule movement to the rest of the country. Okay. So now we will be looking upon on what all fronts or social causes Balagangadhar Tilak was working. Okay. So Balagangadhar Tilak worked for the social evils like untouchability, child marriage, and education for women. Okay, and he was also part of this trio famously called as Lal Bal. Okay, Lal stands for your Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal stands for your Balagangadhar Tilak, and Pal stands for your Bipin Chandra Pal. So he was famously part of this trio called as Lal Bal Pal, who fought for the Indian national movement. Okay, so this Balagangadhar Tilak was actually from Bombay Presidency, and Lala Lajpat Rai was from Punjab Presidency, and Bipin Chandra Pal was from Bengal Presidency during the British era. Okay, so that is what is explained in this particular point, and also he was imprisoned for participating in the Indian national movement on various occasions. His life in prison actually from the year 1908 until 1914 he will be in prison for participating in the Swadeshi movement. Okay, so he also wrote a famous book called as Gita Rahasya, which means the secret of Bhagavad Gita. As I said you, okay. One another fact which is very important from our prelims perspective is this last point. Okay, in the year 1916, Balagangadhar Tilak concluded a treaty called as Lucknow Pact between Balagangadhar Tilak and Muhammad Ali Jinnah, in which two crucial events happened. One is Hindu-Muslim unity happened in 1916 Lucknow session of Indian National Congress. So one another fact I will tell you about Lucknow session of Indian National Congress is Ambika Charan Majumdar was the president of the Lucknow session of Indian National Congress. Okay. two significant events happened. One is a agreement, a pact was signed between M.E. Jinnah and Balagangadhar Tilak, and the second event to happen is moderates were reunited with the extremists. Who moderates and extremists were? Moderates and extremists are, and what is Surat split of 1907? Please write down in the comment section. Please write down in the comment section. Okay, with that information, this particular article comes to an end, and we'll be going to the second article of the day, which is called as the Study in India portal. The name of the article is Study in India portal. Okay, so what is this portal? For what reason this portal was created, and which is that one particular organization which created this particular portal, and what is the objective of the this particular portal? That are the few things which we will be looking into this particular article. So what is this portal, who created it, objective of this particular portal, okay, who are the target beneficiaries of this portal? So these are the few information which we will be looking into. So the Ministry of Education has launched the Study in India portal. The name of the portal says Study in India. So for what reason? This particular portal will act as an one-stop solution for all those foreign students to register themselves, and also look for the availability of various universities which can provide them education, be it an undergraduate education or a postgraduate education or a doctorate level education. So this particular portal will have the data of most of the Indian universities. There is a criteria which is set up for it. We will be looking into what are the criteria which are set up for it. So students can access data in it, might as well register, might as well apply for visa. Which students? The foreign students. Okay. So Study in India program, it is a flagship program which is launched by the Ministry of Education in the year 2018. Okay, it was established in the year 2018. Its aim is to make India as a prime location for education, or to make India as an educational hub in the world. Okay. So the aim of this particular aim or objective of this particular program is to make India as a prime educational hub for international students by inviting them to pursue higher education in the country and explore valuable educational opportunities which are given by Indian top universities. Okay. So the Study in India, the about Study in India program, as I said earlier, it is launched by the Ministry of Education. The aim is also discussed already. So what this particular Ministry of Education will do is, it is going to partner with premier educational institutions, and the program involves, and the criteria are the following. The educational institutions, the top educational institutions in India have to satisfy the few following criteria. One, it has to be having a rank of less than 100 or 1 to 100 in the national institutional ranking framework. In the national institutional ranking framework, what is this national institutional ranking framework? Which is the organization which ranks various universities on different categories. All those topics are covered in your June month 2023 current affairs. Please go through the YouTube videos. The second is NAC accreditation, National Assessment and Accreditation Council accreditation, in which the universities should have scored a score of 3.01 or more, a score which is equal to 3.01 or more. And apart from that, an institute should be recognized as an institute of national importance. Say, for example, IITs, IIMs, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, AIMS, all these institutes have been recognized as institute of national importance. So it should follow, or it should satisfy any of the criteria. So what is the significance of bringing in this Study in India portal is, India being one of the largest higher education systems in the world, our universities actually provide a different diverse streams, might as well different research potential. So it will also enable to facilitate international students access these courses, and also showcase the country's academic excellence. Okay. So here a few more data about Study in India program is given, and we'll be looking at it one after the other. So as I said earlier, it is a dedicated website to provide information for all those foreign students about the higher education institutions in India. This is point number one. Point number two, the aim of coming up with this portal of Study in India is to establish India as a global hub for education by welcoming students from diverse background, in fact diverse countries. Okay. It will also, along with giving graduation, undergraduation, post graduation, and your doctoral education, it will also come up with education in the fields of Indian knowledge system, such as yoga, Ayurveda, and classical arts, and more. Okay. So this what this particular portal will have is, it will have an information about all the academic facilities, the infrastructural facilities, and its related information about all the institutes. Okay, so it is going to be in a way one stop spot which is going to facilitate the foreign students by giving them information, by enabling them to register or apply for various universities, might as well enabling them to apply for visas to come and study in our country. Okay, it will also help the students to apply for more than one institute as per their choice. Okay, so with that, we have seen a few information about study in India portal, and this particular article comes to an end. We'll be going or looking into the next article, or the third article for the day, which is India's first ever gold medal in the World Archery Championship. Okay, so recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi appreciated three young Indian women who participated in this World Archery Championship and won gold medal for the first time ever for India. Okay, so that is what your first point is trying to explain. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended congratulations to those Indian women, who are three totally. One is Jyoti Sureka Vennam, Parneet Kaur, and Aditi Gopichan Swami. So these are the three Indian women who actually won gold medal in the World Archery Championship. Okay, and this particular competition for the year 2023 actually took place in a place called as Berlin, which is in your Germany. Okay, Berlin in your Germany. Okay, so among these three people, this one sports woman called as Aditi Gopichan Swami, she became the youngest Indian to win a gold medal for the country in World Archery Championship at the age of 17. Okay, at the age of 17, she managed to win gold medal for the country. So this particular World Archery is an international federation. Okay, who conducts this World Archery Championship? What is, which organization conducts it? Since when this particular event is being conducted, and where is it located? This particular organization is located where? So these are all the few informations which we will be seeing right now. Okay, so this particular organization, the name of the organization is called as World Archery Federation. Okay, this particular organization, it is actually located it at Lausanne, Switzerland, and this competition of World Archery Championship is actually happening since the year 1931. Since 1931. So there are three major categories in which medals are awarded or competition is being held. The major categories are outdoor world championship in target archery and indoor world championship in target archery. Okay, so the first two categories are outdoor world championship in target archery and indoor world championship in target archery. Okay, so the third category is world championship in field archery. Okay, so these are the three categories. So apart from these three categories, there are other interesting fields in which the competition is conducted by World Archery Federation. The other fields are youth archery, para archery, and university archery and 3D archery. These four are the other few categories. Okay, so as I told you earlier, this particular year's 2023's World Archery Championship actually took place in a country called as Germany and at a place called as Berlin. Okay, with that information, we conclude this article. We are right now moving on to the fourth article of the day, which is the ninth Handloom Day. Okay, so the National Handloom Day is observed throughout India on August 7th. August 7th every year since 2015. So the National Handloom Day is celebrated on August 7th every year since the year 2015. Okay, please keep in mind. So please go through this map which tells you what are all the handlooms which are produced traditionally throughout India from every single state. For example, here Kalamkari saris which are given, which is an sari which has got a geographical indication tag from Andhra Pradesh, from the state of Andhra Pradesh. There is this Pochampalli Ikat sari which is also called got the GI tag from the state of Andhra Pradesh. There is Kanjivaram sari. There is Kosa silk. So please get to know all of these handlooms which are manufactured locally and also which have got geographical indication tag. Okay, so further information about this National Handloom Day is 7th August was chosen as the National Handloom Day for one reason. Okay, Swadeshi movement in the year 1905. You all would have read Swadeshi movement, first Bengal partition and the partition of Bengal leading to something called as Swadeshi movement, which is also called as Vande Mataram movement. in the year 1905. Okay, this is the first day. This is the first day in which Swadeshi movement or Vande Mataram movement was started in the year 1905. Okay, so please keep in mind. So to commemorate this particular day, we are celebrating something called as National Handloom Day since the year 2015. So the goal, the primary objective of celebrating Handloom Day is to promote country's handloom, might as well recognize the efforts as well as skills of the community who are part of this handloom or weaving process. Okay, as I told you earlier, it was first celebrated in the year 2015, August 7. Okay, and for what reason this particular year is celebrated, that also I told you just now. So the theme for 2023 National Handloom Day is handlooms for sustainable fashion. So the theme will be handlooms for sustainable fashion. Apart from celebrating this National Handloom Day, the government of India has undertaken several other initiatives for the promotion of handloom sector in India or for the silk production in India. So one is National Handloom Development Program. The second scheme which the government of India is undertaking is the yarn supply scheme. Yarn is that one thread which is used for weaving. Okay, and the third scheme is Handloom Weavers Comprehensive Welfare Scheme. All the handloom weavers will be given an identity card and then unique identification number, and any sort of welfare programs, schemes, or benefit transfers, all those things will be undertaken under the scheme. So comprehensive handloom cluster development schemes, those areas which are known for famous silks or any sort of dresses or cloths, all those areas will be made into a cluster, and that cluster will be further developed with the help of government support. So next is Mahatma Gandhi Bankar Bima Yojana, and the next is Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. Mudra Yojana is a loan scheme for MSME sector. Mudra scheme is a loan scheme for MSME sector. Next is Market Access Initiative, and the next is Urban Hut. Urban Hut means urban stalls. These urban stalls will be set up by the government of India at various prime locations, one hut at least in every district headquarters, so that the products of those districts will be showcased in this particular urban hut, which will also facilitate the sale of that particular products. And the last scheme is Skill India. Okay, with that particular information, our previous article comes to an end, and we'll be moving on to the fifth article for the day. The fifth article for the day is there is one new museum, and historical and iconic site museum, which is going to be set up in a place called as Adichanallur in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so the name of the place is Adichanallur in Tamil Nadu. Recently, in the month of August 2023, Finance Minister of our nation, Nirmala Sitharaman, she actually laid the foundation stone for this iconic site museum at Adichanallur. Okay, so Adichanallur is one historical site which comes during the Iron Age phase in our Indian history, uh, more or less synonymous to our Vedic Age period. Okay, Iron Age period. Please keep in mind, Iron Age is more or less synonymous to our Vedic Age period. So it Adichanallur was one historical site which was flourishing during this particular period. Okay, so where this Adichanallur site is, which district and on which river bank this particular site is located? Is there any other site along with Adichanallur we need to know while reading about this particular geography? And is there any other schemes which are implemented by Government of India for the promotion of any sites, historical sites, cultural sites, sites which are related to famous personalities, religious sites like Buddhism, Jainism, circuit, all those things we will be seeing in this particular topic. Okay, so a few information to give about this museum is this museum will be built as a tribute to the history of Iron Age. I told you just now that this particular museum, iconic museum, was is going to come at a place called as Adichanallur, and this particular site of Adichanallur was a flourishing city or a village during this Iron Age period. Okay, so where in southern India at a place called as Adichanallur. So this particular site of Adichanallur is one of the five sites which are declared as iconic site in the budget 2020 and 2021. So a total of five sites were discussed, uh, as iconic site. So the first site is, as we have seen it, Adichanallur. The second site is Rakhi Gharki from Haryana. Third is Hastinapur from UP. Fourth is Dholavira from Gujarat, and the fifth site is Shiv Sagar from Assam. Okay, so now we'll be looking deep into the information about two sites. One is Adichanallur, and the second site is Keeladi. So Adichanallur, I told you, it is in Thoothukudi or Tuticorin district of Tamil Nadu. It is located at Thoothukudi or Tuticorin, both are one and the same, Tuticorin or Thoothukudi district of Tamil Nadu, and it is situated on the banks of river Tamarabarani. Okay, and it is situated on the banks of river Tamarabarani. Okay, along with this information, there are a few ports which are mentioned, which are there in your present day state of Tamil Nadu, which is important because it is mentioned in Sangam literature also. Sangam period is the period which flourished in South India between 2nd century BC, 2nd century or 3rd century AD. Okay, during this period, Sangam flourished, and this particular seaport of Korkai port is also mentioned in Sangam literature, which is in your southern India, which comes under the Madurai Pandyas. Okay, Madurai Pandyas. We know Sangam period is synonymous to three rulers in South India called as the Cheras, Cholas, and the Pandyas. Okay, so Adichanallur belonged to Pandya king's territory, and Korkai is one of the Pandyan ports. So along with Adichanallur, we will be looking at Keeladi. Okay, so Keeladi is also one of the Sangam period settlement, and it is located on the Madurai district on the banks of river Vaigai. Okay, it is located on Madurai district on the banks of the river Vaigai. Okay, so this is the large scale excavation. After Adichanallur, Keeladi is the large scale excavation which is carried out by Tamil Nadu after Adichanallur. Okay, so this period, this particular site of Keeladi is believed to have flourished between the period of 5th century BC to the 3rd century CE. Okay, so along with this particular iconic site museum, which for which foundation was laid very recently, we will be looking into some other initiatives which are undertaken by the government of India. Okay, so few other initiatives. So the first initiative is the development of Panch Tirth. Panch Tirth means five water. Panch Tirth. These are the sites which are related to Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Okay, so Baba Saheb Ambedkar history will tell you about the importance of these all five sites. Apart from that, there is a plan for constructing a national war memorial and a national police memorial at New Delhi. So Panchatir and National War Memorial and National Police Memorial. Apart from that, there is also a plan of establishing 10 new tribal freedom fighters museum. Okay, so in our June 2023 month current affairs, we would have come across one uprising called as Santal uprising or Hull rebellion. Okay, apart from that, there is one another rebellion called as Coal uprising. There is also one uprising by Birsa Munda, also called as Munda rebellion. So these are few of the rebellion which took place uh, by the tribal freedom fighters in India. So apart from that, a few other heritage sites like that of your Somnath temple and Kashi Vishwanath temple are also be planned to be revitalized. Okay?